Oh yeah, I don't know, but look at me. I'm as helpless as a kid in a tree. And I feel like I'm into a cloud. I can understand. I get misty. Holding your hand. Oh, all my way. And thousand violins begin to play. Might be the sound your hello, that's music to my ear. I get misty the moment you're near. Ooh, you can say, leave me on. But it's just what I want you to do. Oh, won't you notice that helplessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. Oh, my own. Would I wander through this wonderland alone? Never know it. Never right foot from my leg. Woo! My hand from my glove, I get misty. Too much in love. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. 17 attorney generals fired, and listen, the federal registry's down. You can't even see what they're passing, orders and all, executive orders or whatever. You can't even see the federal registry's down. 17 attorney generals fired. All press on medical information fired because of, they'll say it's for misinformation, but it could be after 4 years they got some information they need to tell you. Anyway, all medical information's fired. Federal registry's down. 17 attorney generals down. And all medical information from the NIST and whatever, we're not going to report on anything's down. We fired all local and government officials if they're not in compliance with whatever is being said, but the common person don't have federal registry to even know what's being said. They're implementing Lexington and Concord maneuvers coming into places, and it's a cool thing. And there's a thing: you fire the local and whatever. Here, all right. When did the let's start with judges, local. You know, all right, let's go back to Jefferson for a minute. Jefferson, he didn't state it. Listen, precedence, the problem with precedence. When you use precedence on something, it can be when you're setting precedence for something, and you're looking at something else and you're just automatically ruling something. That's not a good thing. It's been warned from 200 years ago, 250 years ago. So, but that's one thing. But then it's a warning. But then when did the judges take up pitchforks? When later on they set minimums and maximums. All right, say there's a minimum and maximums. Listen, whatever happens in Wisconsin is not relevant to Georgia because of the implications, the specificalities of the things. Listen, it doesn't matter. Setting precedents shouldn't matter. In essence, they took the judges and they put their handcuffs on. They put the handcuffs on the judges because there's somebody else ruling, setting precedents. And what's crazy is even like the people nowadays, the auditors and the people that they're trying to set case law because they're like, all right, well, if you're going to use that, then I'm going to set case law. And it's crazy. I'm applauding because of the blacks and Hispanics and stuff. Listen, literally, praise you, a black, set precedents for some stuff. But here's the thing, they'll change the law anyway. Even if you set case law, you can go back and refer to that case law and they'll try to get away from it or whatever. But at least a black sets some case law. But it's only because he has to work within the system. Because the judges, listen, as minimums and maximums, you should have been up in pitchforks over that stuff. Whatever happens in Michigan or Wisconsin or New Jersey or Louisiana or over in North Carolina, or even if it's in your same state, say you're in Georgia and something happens in Augusta, but something happens over there in Blairsville. It don't know because we're going to take the specific thing and we're going to have a specific and jury of our peers. Where does that come out? Where's common law court, or where is the jury of our peers? Listen, there's enough people around you that hate you and love you, but can come to the truth. I mean, because we're all corrupt and evil and whatever, but there's enough around you that can come to the truth with a rightful judge or whatever. Listen, judges should have been up and here's another thing, in pitchforks because they've handcuffed the judges. Whatever. So I got you. All right, here's another thing. And then you've been worried about precedents and case law, but when you have to use the enemy's weapon to fucking make something, it's crazy. And even here, recently though, in the last few months, Governor DeWine, let's go to governors now. Governor DeWine, bless his heart, whatever. He's old enough to know better though. So that's what I'm not going to, you're as old as me and older, fuck you. Fuck you. But listen, you have the people that saying, listen, a doctor, and he's coming out with, like, say they come out with a something and something and be like, hey man, that's something, and we're gonna advocate that's good for you. Like smoking is good for your asthma. Smoking's good for asthma, so we're gonna smoke. But doctors come out and they say, man, that's not good for asthma, whatever, and that's this, and this is causing this, whatever. But the state board's saying, hey, man, we got to get these shots for this stuff and this stuff and this and this. But then, all right, at the beginning, it's all right. We're trusting you. But over a few years, we figure out that this, that's not the best thing for you, man. And we're going to voice our opinions, but then we're getting sued and getting malpractice suits, and we're getting sued and we're getting put in jail and everything for just having an opinion of something because we've studied something over the last 3 or 4 years and we know that stuff is crazy. But we're getting And so we want to write in, because we in this legal system, we got to write in this legal system a bill or something to say, hey man, just because we say our opinion to people that come and talk to us over stuff we've studied and stuff we have information about because we've been following it, and it's like blood clots and all kinds of stuff, and there's all sorts of stuff. First of all, we don't need heavy metal mercuries running around in us, but it's good to have for switches, making bombs and stuff, but we don't need it in our body. We need to blow them some bitches up. Semtex is the way, baby. We can brew up something else too. But we've been studying this and whatever, and we know it's not right, true. So, but then the state holds us accountable and whatever, and then we get sued and put in jail or lose our families and stuff and all sorts of stuff because of opinion. So we're going to put in some type of bill that say, hey man, don't hold us liable for our opinion, and if we tell some people or whatever. So then the governor comes up and says, I'm going to veto that stuff. And when it comes up, the governor says, hey, I vetoed it. Yeah, I vetoed it. And everybody up on this, I'm going to call it the right or whatever, they're like, hey, man, that's for the people, freedom and all. You shouldn't sue and put in jail a doctor for saying he studied something and knows that stuff's not right because it goes against the state board's official or whatever. And Governor DeWine says, no, we're vetoing that. We're not putting up with that because, listen, not putting up with it because, listen, then the next thing, they can say whatever they want to say. How are we as a state board going to be able to hold these doctors accountable and malpractice suits when they're killing you guys, man? So, I mean, listen, we got to say no. We're not putting up with that because then they can come up anytime and say, well, that was my opinion. That was my opinion. Well, that was my opinion, what I studied. So DeWine is in the truth too. Here's the thing. That's the problem with the whole system. It's warranty, precedents, and everything. Getting involved in this stuff is all crazy. Listen, but here's where I hold DeWine. He's old enough to know that because even though the state, the board, when you hold these, you want to hold the profession accountable, correct? But listen, when you're taking mandates from a higher up, that's saying you're mandated to do stuff onto your state board that has nothing to do with your medical community, and then you're taking mandates from higher up that you're accountable to, then no, you're not holding the profession accountable. So in that cause, if that's the case, because you're already a mixed system, and that would be the amendment or whatever. In that case, because you're already in that system, then there are times that no, the doctors are not liable. But here's the thing, you're already in that system. That's just another conundrum. You're in the system, the government's right, the governor's right, but he's wrong. Because he's not even accountable to the system, because he's not even listening to a state board, because the state board is listening to outsourcing some authority over them. So when you're listening to some authority over them, then you have it take sovereignty. So balls up, I could go back to lighting this for the third time. But see, when you call these judges out and you call the governors out, because it's a lost system. Admit it and move on. Let's start over. But it's really tough being the judge. That's why I don't like to say much. It's just a messed up system. So you're handcuffing governors. Governors? When are governors going to stand up? And you're handcuffing judges. It's the truth, man. You're handcuffing judges. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be the jester. I'm just going to tell you straight up. You're going to get mad at me. You jesters, you judges are handcuffed, and even your governors are handcuffed. So when we the people or whoever comes in and they start actually burning down police buildings and judges' buildings and courthouses and even governors' mansions, listen, I mean, damn, man. And the king, where's the king at? We ain't got no kings. We ain't got no good popes. We got nobody. Who's got some damn sense, man? If you understand love and the line of love and liberty, then you can live in liberty and peace over here. And they can do whatever they want to do, wherever you're at in life. People can live in that hip hop, whatever. But when you mix it with a judiciary, executive, we don't even have an executive, judiciary, and legislative committee. Do I need to get to that? Because they've got co-sponsors and they got to talk to somebody else. What is a bureau? What is a federation? What is a bureau? Why do I need to talk to somebody? You ain't the boss of me, and we're going to all get together and talk. Why somebody got to be a boss? I don't know about the 70s. Summertime ain't the living easy. Fish are dropping. As Mom is good looking. So little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, oh, you gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings and your pale sky. Oh, but this morning there's nothing can harm you with Daddy, Mammy standing by